I'm a married man. I've been married for 20 years. I'm really happily married. I have 3 teenage children who are great. Well, most of the time they're great. They're teenage children, but fantastic. I have a great social life. I'm very involved in sport in my local community. I coach my local rugby club and my son's under-16s rugby group. I coach in the local rowing club. I'm child welfare officer at both clubs. I'm very involved in the community, wide circle of friends. Relatively successful in my career. Not as successful as quite I'd like to be, but you know, getting there. And you think, well, hang on a minute, what can Springboard offer me, you know, as somebody who has probably got what most people are seeking, particularly in a sort of a man of my age, you know, in his 40s. Well, in 1992, I joined the police for a change. I was a sales rep before that a civil servant, and I joined for a sense of adventure. However, as I progressed through the ranks, the sense of adventure has gone. I sit in more and more meetings. I sit in more and more in front of the computer, doing emails. The thing I joined the police for wasn't there for me, and I found there was something missing in my life. In summer 2007, so it's nearly 3 years ago now, Springboard did an all-male programme in Cambridgeshire Police with Chris, which led me to a 2-year period of self-development. And that period of self-development led to me on about 9 weeks ago, on the 18th of March this year, arriving in English Harbour in Antigua. English Harbour in Antigua is a fantastic place, a really, really beautiful place. Sorry, the thought of going back there, and you'll see why in a minute. It wasn't a holiday. I'd spent the last 73 days on a 24-foot boat with a lady I'd never met before, rowing the 3,000 miles of the Atlantic Ocean as part of the Atlantic Ocean Rowing Race 2009. So from summer 2007, a little germ, a little something in my head was sparked. Chris lit a fire in my mind that led to me not only putting my career on hold, but probably a lot of my family life on hold for 2 years, because getting to row an ocean is not something you just do. It costs somewhere near £50,000 to £60,000 to do it, 2.5 years of preparation, let alone the fact that I've been through 3 rain partners. But anyway, this brave lady decided that she was going to do the race with me, and on January the 4th we set off, expecting to be out there for 50 to 55 days, which is on average what it takes. In fact, we were doing really well. As a mixed pair, we were on for the record. We were going to get a world record until we got halfway across, and the weather changed. And we can't row into anything more than 10 knots of wind. The boat stopped, and we had 5 days sitting, doing absolutely nothing. By that time, we realised we weren't compatible. We didn't get on. What is it, the Springboard, you know, why is that so relevant for this? Well, Springboard enabled me to look where my life was at the time. And also, that wasn't just personally, it was professionally as well, but it gave me permission to think beyond my immediate day-to-day concerns and preoccupations. And some of the skills that I learned there and some of the techniques that Chris taught us enabled me to actually deal with some of the really difficult situations we had when we were out there. We were 1,500, 1,000 miles from anywhere. Literally, there was no land for 1,500 miles. I wanted to get off the boat. I was that low, I considered jumping off the boat without my life jacket, seriously. So some of the skills and some of the things and some of the visionary stuff that we did around, you know, looking towards the future and looking ahead and looking towards the light at the end of the tunnel helped me to get through those really, really difficult times. You know, so really, what I'm standing up here is when you do these courses, you can light fires in people's minds, which may take several years to come to fruition. They start a journey. They can inspire people in all sorts of different ways. Whether I need to thank Chris for the experience I had, no, definite thanks. You know, and thanks to Julie Spencer from Cambridgeshire Police, you know, for allowing these courses to run within the organisation. They're doing a great thing. And particularly, I found, you know, as a man, I did an all-male course. and some of the hard-bitten detectives who've been in for 25 years sitting on that course, who were opening up about their personal lives and some of their emotions and some of the things, really, really surprised me and really took me aback. So thanks to Chris, thanks to Julie Spence, but also thanks to everybody at Springboard, who actually, when I wrote them a letter saying I'm rowing the Atlantic, I'm blaming you for this, will you sponsor me, actually did. And the name of Springboard went across the Atlantic with me is on the side of the boat.